let's just please don't milk, not milk.
Hello everyone, how are you all doing? This weekend is extra special for me in each and every way as I'm super busy and very excited to attend for the very first time Courage and Couture glamorous fashion show, which is arranged by my dearest friend Neeru to raise money for cancer research. With lots happening and with lots going on, with rehearsals as well, I'm making a super quick, very tasty and delicious millet amli and badnikai chutney. A breakfast made with millets which has very buttery taste, but as soon as you eat it, it just melts in your mouth. And along with it, I'm going to make a nice combination of brinjal chutney. I have soaked little millets in water overnight and I set it to boil directly on the flame. This will take around 12 minutes time. I keep stirring it occasionally every now and then. I've used half a cup of millets, adding in 2.5 cups of water for it. It's good to soak the millets at least for 6 to 8 hours time. The millets are now cooked and I'm going to make the chutney ready now. In a small pan with a teaspoon of oil, 1 green chili, 1 garlic clove that I saute first, and then I add in the aubergine. I covered it with a lid so that they tend to become soft soon. As this is a chutney and we want it to be cooled down completely before we grind it into the mixie jar, we have to cool it down. So this is the easiest and quickest way. This is what I do regularly at home as well. I keep it near the window, on the windowsill, so that it cools down faster. Now for the amli, in a mixie jar, I add in a tablespoon of kaskase, poppy seeds, 2 green chilies, quarter cup of grated coconut, salt to taste, a nice big portion of coriander leaves, which will give you a good aroma and a beautiful color to the dish. We grind it into a paste with very little of water. In a small kadai, I add in the cooked millets and then I also add in the ground masala. Adjusting the water consistency, we want it to be a good flowy consistency. Looks like this kadai is just the right portion. Once the whole thing comes to a good boil, that's when we turn off the flame and then add in low fat yogurt. Just a ladle full of it. I bought this from Asda. Basically, we want a yogurt which is sour in taste, huli masuru, that's it. This is a beautiful, very tasty millet recipe that you should give it a try. I cover it up with a plate and with the heat passing by as it's still very hot, I keep the ghee pot on it so that the ghee will nicely melt down in it. The aubergine is cooled down completely. To this, I add in a tablespoon of grated coconut, a handful of coriander leaves, salt to taste, and a good portion of tamarind pulp. We blend it together to make it a chutney. This is a great combination of amli and chutney. This is quite a filling dish that will keep you filled up for a long time and will keep me going on for the day. And along with it, we like to eat and enjoy poppadums. Either it's deep fried or dry roasted. I thought it's easier for me to just dry roast it for today. I'm using legit papad with green chili flavor. Santosh is upstairs attending a meeting, but I'm super hungry, so I have to get started with my breakfast and I've still got a lot of things to catch up for the whole day, so I better sit down and eat my breakfast. After the breakfast, I set upstairs to arrange all that is needed for the fashion show for tomorrow. I'm going to walk the ramp for two designers, with it being raising money for cancer research. One of my friends, Shilpi, who is an amazing designer, has this beautiful story that is powerful, and we are hoping to touch everyone's heart. And so in particular, I'm looking for a sari that will match the theme that we have on mind. And the sari that I'm looking has to be elegant, has to be pleasing color, because I'm part of the happy feast, which is Ramashan. So I'm looking for a particular sari, and this is the sari that I have chosen. I have bought this sari very recently from Ramraj stores in India. So yeah, basically this is how the sari is meant to be worn. I mean, the cream color, the off-white color on top, and the blue shade at the bottom. But I'm going to tweak it, turning it upside down, like the bottom at the top. So the blue section on top and the off-white at the bottom. This will look amazing, because what I have in mind, this will align well for the whole idea to look different as well, to make it look interesting as well. And that's how one should use the saris, because 6 yards of fabric that one can tweak, twist, and imagine the way you want to do it. You should go for it. You should just create many things as possible. One could imagine a Tulle skirt that I have, a Cancan skirt that gives an uplifted version, adding a bounce to the sari element. So I thought I should use this for the ramp walk. I'm going to layer this up on the mannequin, and I'm giving it a try and see how it's going to work. Very simple and easy way. Anybody can do it. You take small pleats of the sari and you keep tucking it as and when you do the pleats in the skirt. Ensure after every pleat you just smear it with your hand, so that the fold, the pleat, is nice and stiff. We want it just at the first half, from the top to the middle section. Rest all, I'm not worried about the pleats to be so aligned. And I do this completely from all sides, all around the waist. And once I reach to the end of the sari, I cover it up, like I give a complete look by just making more pleats. And this is the pallu. The first instance when I saw this sari, it just stole my heart for its simplicity and its elegance, the way it is. And it's a beautiful combination of colors. And I just picked it up straight away. And I must say, the quality of Ramraj saris are actually excellent. So I make sure to make this border seen. So basically we're creating a beautiful skirt using a sari. Now, to cinch my waist and also to make the whole look come together beautifully and making it look neat and tidy, I'm using this belt, which is wide, high waist belt that is adjustable. I'm going to put this on, and you can see how neat it looks now. I've also got these plain white tops and a turban that I'm going to wear. So basically for the turban, this is a shower towel which has a good fabric, like the towel texture, which will hold on any fabric, giving it a good grip. And also when you put this shower towel on your head, it will tuck in all your hair completely neatly, that you do not have to worry about pinning it or using lot of rubber bands, anything as such. One shower towel is plenty, that you can cover all your hair up and it will look neat and tidy, and also giving a good grip to the fabric that you're going to use as turban. This is actually a dupatta that I'm using today. Basically what you do is make some rough pleats and then fold it up into half, holding it from the back section, and pull the fabric on this side, holding it firm. So you're actually creating kind of a knot, which is the center part and the main section of the turban. And then once you're happy with it, make sure everything looks neat and tidy on left and the right side. And once you're happy with it, the remaining fabric you've got to, that goes back, and just make sure it's all covered and tuck it in. That's it. Simple, easy way of making a turban at home. I'm using a sari pin. This will be easy as it's decorated. It has a pin that is attached, which makes it very easy to hook on to the turban. Now that I'm happy with my entire look, I'm going to keep it aside, and the next thing what I'm going to do is make some elements that we're going to use as props for the ramp walk. So different stages of cancer. This is the story that we are putting forward in the ramp walk, and the elements that what I'm creating right now are the state of mind when a person is affected with cancer. He's not just physically being hit by cancer, mentally he's going through a lot of things which he's holding up. So we want to showcase that, like tension, family, responsibilities, work, emotions, duties. There's so much that they are handling themselves from within as well. So we are trying our best to showcase this in a ramp walk. I use this fabric, which is silver, to make small bags. I made this small paper cutting just by my hand, roughly. I've done just 1/2 of it, and then I folded the paper so that it's properly aligned like a mirror reflection, and this way I got a nice shape made using a paper template. I'm using this paper template to place it on the fabric and use a pen to make an outline. At the top, once you reached the top, I give an extra added on section to make a little section to pierce a string. I cut the fabric with a small section around the outlined pen mark, and before I move it, I'm going to use pins to hold the fabric in its place because it's folded in two. I have given 2 rounds of stitch all over the line so that it's really nice and strong. At the top, I fold the fabric just in single, the sides first, and then at the top, just to give a good finishing of the fabric from all sides. Fold the fabric and stitch it again. And here you'll have this really nice slot that is being created to pierce a string. This way we do this on both the sides of the fabric, and on turning the fabric inside out, created 2 small bags, 2 medium bags and 2 large bags. Now I'm using my very favorite Cricut Maker 3 and the Cricut Design Space, typing the words duties, emotions and family, all in bold letters so that it's very clear and visible to the audience. Having a Cricut Maker 3 at home helps in so many ways, things that one can create, and it becomes super easy as well, making it look very neat and elegant. I have black smart iron-on vinyl that I have set to cut. Peeling off the excess vinyl is something that I actually enjoy. It's quite relaxing activity. Having a Cricut Maker 3 is definitely something that I would highly recommend. So I'm leaving a link in the description box, so make sure to check it out and have a look at the different options of Cricut machines that are available for you to buy at a budget that is suitable for you. I'm using Smart Iron-On. I give a press first onto the fabric and then place the wordings on them, one after the other, that has been cut right in the center. With Cricut Easy Press, I press it down with gentle pressure for 20 seconds, flip the fabric, press it at the back as well, in which way the vinyl will stay strong even after washes. So we are including the wordings, emotions, families and duties. I bought these strings from Amazon. These are really nice, strong, firm and super soft as well. I placed them into the bag so that we can hang them onto the male model. Placed newspapers in the bags, but I'm running super late. I just wanted to showcase one bag for you all to have a look at. My designer, who has asked me to make them for her, she loved them, and I'm actually running super late for the practice, so I better get going. And now I'm back home and super hungry as well. I've got bread slices to finish off, as it's the last day to finish off the bread, and I cannot let half a loaf of bread to go waste. So I'm making a super quick curry with just onion, tomatoes and red bell pepper. I roughly chop the onions first and into a pan with a tablespoon of oil, a teaspoon of cumin seeds, jeera, a handful of cashew nuts, an inch of ginger, 3 garlic cloves that I saute first, and then to this I add in 1 large onion, 2 tomatoes. Once the whole of it becomes soft, that's when I'm going to add in 3 teaspoons of desiccated coconut, and we allow it to cool down completely. In a different pan, I saute red bell peppers with a teaspoon of butter, adding in the blended paste, adjusting the water consistency. To this, I added salt to taste, half a teaspoon of cumin powder, half a teaspoon of coriander powder, a teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, teaspoon of washed kasuri methi. Since the whole thing comes to a good boil, I finish it off by adding in a teaspoon of garam masala. I do not have a lot of time on hand to go out for shopping, but what I had at home is a baby bell cheese. So I thought of using it, but if you have time on hand, you should use mozzarella cheese. Fresh mozzarella cheese will give you that melt down complete feeling and taste that you will be loving it, oozing out a lot of cheese flavor into the curry. So I cover it up with a lid for it to melt down. The best way and the easiest way to finish off for good, making an interesting dish and serving it in a different way. Family will be super happy. I've just cut them in triangles, and then with butter on the tawa, I make it crispy on both the sides. Certain days we need such recipes on hand which will fill you up, and the family will not be complaining that you have been out for the entire day, and they are happy to have something different, and you're still finishing off all that was there in the refrigerator and in the bread tin. Also a different recipe on its own. This is just one pot recipe and a nice dish even on a working day. I place the bread slices on all sides of the pan so that we can just dip in the curry and enjoy it. This is something that you can make for your Diwali gatherings as well. Use a fondo set if you have at home and place the curry inside the fondo set, and you can add in crisps, carrot sticks or bread slices as well to enjoy. Me and Santosh totally enjoyed this curry, and that actually filled us up for good. We didn't even feel the need of using our plates. We just dipped in the curry and used the pan itself and finished eating it in the pan. The following day is Saturday. It is the day we are having courage and koto. This is my friend Chaitra. You must have already known her by now. We are here the first thing in the morning at Biscuit Factory. This is a beautiful venue. This is where the event is going to happen. We have been given different time slots for our makeups, and here we are. And it's nothing less than a pampering session. I think it is really important for every lady to step out of the house and enjoy what they like. This is Kemi, Shweta Singh, our makeup artist for today. It's for the entire team. So we were approximately around 30 or more than 30 models were going to walk the ramp. These ladies came in early, first thing in the morning, as soon as the Biscuit Factory got open, 10 a.m. and they stayed until the whole event was over. Doing the makeups for each and every one with a lot of patience, helping us out, not just with the makeup but hair as well, and getting the accessories on our hair and giving the final touch-ups just before our walk as well. I mean, if you're based in northeast of England, make sure to contact these two ladies. They are gorgeous moas who can do an amazing job. If you're looking for any occasions, they are here, so make sure to contact them. Me, Chaitra and Asmita got our makeup done together, and we enjoyed the relaxing time. It was like a pampering session that we did not have to worry much about anything else. No appointments, no duties, no responsibilities, no cooking, no cleaning. So this was definitely something that I enjoyed, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. We did show our costumes, the colors that we are going to wear for the walk, and they did our makeup, eyeshadow accordingly. For the very first time, I got smoky eyes done, and I actually loved it. It was beautiful, something very different that I normally don't get, this kind of makeup done for myself. And yeah, so this was me done. Still my hair to be done later, so I've just got some soft curls done for now. I had made some food ready. I had made peanut chitrana before I left the house because this was something that could be done super fast. And I'm super hungry as it's going to be a very busy day. I thought, let me just eat chitrana for my lunch before I go to the event later in the evening. And I'm still yet to do my packing. So I quickly ate my lunch. This is going to keep me filled up for a long time. Sitting down peacefully and enjoying the lunch. It's important when you're doing some event, it's important to keep yourself filled up and also keep yourself hydrated. That's how you're going to enjoy the day. And yeah, I quickly got changed. This is my new outfit that I bought from India, so I thought of wearing this. I have packed most of it in sections so that I don't miss out on anything, and I've kept it accordingly so that it's easier for me to just open up the bags and in pouches for different ramp walks. Set off for the much awaited event that I was really looking forward for months now. And here it is today, celebrating at the Biscuit Factory. Even though I was here in the morning to get my makeup done, but now the whole ambience is totally different. The setup, the venue, the decoration was absolutely bang on. We were there since afternoon, and me and Chaitra made the most of the whole event, exploring the whole setup, making sure to take lots of pictures, as we will be backstage later once the event gets started. And we did practice with the ramp being set up now with lots of masti and gupshup backstage. Everyone was so friendly, and the best part was helping each other with all that one could. This is Usha, an amazing designer who has transformed our very traditional sarees into western wear outfits. She had an excellent collection and a great pop of color on the ramp walk that you can have a look with the entire collection on my Instagram reel. We kept munching nibbles for the whole evening. There was plenty of snacks, drinks, and food that kept us entertained while getting dressed. We did get to see a little of other walks and designers who showcased their fits in between the shows. And as you can see, this was a big hit event with tickets being overly sold. So there were basically 5 designers for the event showcasing their best fits. And here is our team of Onirios led by Shilpi, who is an amazing designer with a great vision. And here are these bags, these elements that was created for the ramp walk. This is Shilpi in pink, looking absolutely stunning. And Sherry Paji carried these bags matching his fit. This was a great imagination that was put together, displaying a very powerful story through fashion. Sherry Paji carried them so well with fierce and great attitude. I'm so happy to see that I can create something that can be compared to New York fashion and Paris fashion. Thanks to Shilpi for giving me this idea and asking me to create these bags and explaining me on how to create these bags, which otherwise I wouldn't have known how to do them. And thanks to my Cricut Maker 3 as well, that I'm able to create something as amazing as this. This is just the begin of a wonderful journey of creation and fashion together. I'm ready in my attire, walking for remission. I shall be sharing a lot more on my Instagram, so make sure to check that out as well. This is a very gorgeous, courageous Neeru Ghosh who had envisioned this event for a very noble cause, which she made it happen, raising a huge amount for cancer research. Truly an incredible star.
They said cancer would take their hair, their strength. They never said it would give them a crown. They said they'd be weak. They never saw them rise. They walk not alone, for behind them are 1,000 others, wearing scars like silk and pain like power. This is not a fashion show. This is a tribute to the strength and resilience